This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I am Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss the issues concerning the riding in tandem ordinance in Mandaluyong City. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on what to do when one encounters a broken wide center line. This week's Spying Chopper shall be about the importance of following the rule on the yellow box. Showcase this week shall have the MPV from Hyundai, the 2023 Stargazer 1.5 GLS Premium IVT. While for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of the 2023 Philippine Autocross Championship Series Round 5.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's episode of Motoring Today. Join us.
Life comes at you fast. If you're brave enough, drive right back at it. Brave the big city or the great outdoors. Brave the carpool or the extra cargo. Brave the unexpected with Honda Sensing. Brave the long road with fuel efficiency to reach your destination. The all-new Honda BRV. Brave the next level.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. There's a new man at the head of the Land Transportation Office, and he may just be a temp. The sudden resignation of J.R. Tugade keeps the Land Transportation Office in a harsh spotlight following the recent back and forth between the line agency and the Department of Transportation over the paper license mess. DOTR Secretary Jaime Bautista has designated lawyer Hector Villacorta, an assistant secretary of the agency, as officer in charge, while the search is on for Tugade's replacement. In a press release, Villacorta, who will continue to function as Assistant DOTR Secretary for Communications and Commuter Affairs while acting as Department OIC, said he would focus on critical issues and problems concerning the issuance of driver's licenses, motor vehicle plates. Soon after the LTO began issuing temporary paper driver's licenses for lack of cards to print, the DOTR and the LTO pointed at each other for the supply problems. Then Tugade announced his resignation, citing differences with Bautista over methods for attaining the same aims for improving service to motorists and vehicle owners. Tugade said his resignation should give Bautista a free hand to choose an LTO chief he can best work with. Reacting to the resignation, Bautista praised Tugade for his pursuit of service innovations that benefited the public, but indicated he would now look for an LTO chief who can display the same fervor while aligning efforts to the mission of the DOTR. Did Will Villacorta's designation as OIC lead to his appointment as LTO chief? Is he the man who can align efforts with the DOTR's mission? These are the questions that are now being asked. Meanwhile, contracts have been signed and funding assured, paving the way for the start of the construction for the Philippine National Railway's North to South Commuter Railway project. The Philippine National Railways has started construction of the 147.26-kilometer North to South Commuter Railway project from Clark in Pampanga to Metro Manila and Calamba City in Laguna. This was announced by PNR Chairman Michael Ted Macapagal in a press statement. According to the press statement, Acciona, DMCI, and Leighton First Balfour have been awarded the contracts to construct elevated rails for commuters and ground-level rails for freight. 3 depots and 35 stations will be built as part of the North to South Commuter Railway. Sumitomo Corp and Japan Transport Engineering Company of Japan will supply a fleet of 13 electric multiple unit trains with 13 cars each that will provide the commuter service that will connect Clark and Pampanga to Laguna. The Asian Development Bank and Japan International Cooperation Agency are financing the $872.62 billion. Once completed, the North-South Commuter Railway service can safely and comfortably ferry 800,000 passengers every day, while cutting travel time from end to end to just 2 hours. That railway projects continue to receive priority from the past to the present administration should assure commuters of better mass transport options in the future. Continuing, while the North-South Commuter Railways project is moving forward in some sections, it's facing stumbling blocks in others. DM Kansuni Incorporated and joint Japanese partner Taisei Corp will withdraw from a section of its contract to build portions of the North-South Commuter Railways project, according to published reports. DMCI and joint venture partner Taisei were awarded Contract Package 1 of the NSCR back in 2021. The report said Contract Package 1 was divided into 3 sections. Section 1 spans 7.2 kilometers from Solis Station to West Valenzuela Station, while Stations 2 and 3 cover the 13.9 kilometer stretch from West Valenzuela Station to Bocaue Station. Following issues with right-of-way, Section 1 will be de-scoped or omitted from CP01 due to potential challenges and costs associated with right-of-way obstructions, the report said. The right-of-way obstructions in Section 1 include 1,110 square meters of private properties and utilities, as well as the designated construction yard located in Caloocan Depot, currently being used by the Department of Public Works and Highways for the construction of the NLEX-SLEX Segment 10. DOTR is planning to rebuild Section 1 once the discussions to formalize its submission or de-scoping are finalized. DMCI is said to be expecting equitable compensation for the de-scoping, a standard contract condition in construction projects. Here's hoping that the other 2 sections of the Contract Package 1 awarded to DMCI and Taisei won't be affected by right-of-way issues. And finally, in this day and age when phones have multiple uses, here's another function to make it more convenient to ride on the LRT1. Commuters can now purchase single-journey LRT1 QR tickets using the LRMC's Ikot MNL app and paying for it via banking app Maya. LRT1 private operator Light Rail Manila Corporation has partnered with banking app Maya to implement a QR ticketing system. Maya enables the Ikot MNL app to accept digital payments from Maya, other e-wallets, banks, credit, debit, prepaid cards, and soon QRPH. Here's how the QR ticketing system works. Open your Ikot MNL app and click the Beep QR ticket button. Choose the LRT1 route. Select route, direction, starting and destination point. Select a mode of payment, e-wallet, debit card, or credit card. Save or download QR ticket. This will generate once payment is confirmed. Scan the QR ticket at the AFC's Gate QR reader before the LRT1 ride. The generation that grew up with smartphones are going to like the new QR ticketing system that should make it more convenient to pay for rides on the train. This system can and should be rolled up and rolled out prior to other light rail transit systems and other modes of mass transport. And those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. CA junks Mandaluyong's riding in tandem ordinance meant to deter riding in tandem crime? What this means for Mandaluyong and other cities battling riding in tandem crimes, discussed in Motoring Forum. Crimes perpetrated by hoodlums riding in tandem on motorcycles have long been a bane for most cities. Snatching, armed robberies, assassinations by criminals riding in motorcycles are regularly reported in the news. Many cities, Mandaluyong City included, have resorted to many solutions to curb riding in tandem crimes. One of Mandaluyong City's solutions was to issue ordinances. Ordinances number 550 series of 2014, number 595 series of 2015, and number 694 series of 2018 that in effect prohibited motorcyclists riding in tandem if the backrider is a male and unrelated to the motorcyclists. When Mandaluyong City implemented the ordinances meant to curb riding in tandem, it was met with objections and criticism. It caused inconvenience on motorcycle riders, including those from outside the city and unfamiliar with the ordinances. There were also questions about how the ordinances impinged on the right of motorcycle riders to fully enjoy benefits of owning two-wheeled vehicles. Other questions raised issues about profiling backriders as criminals. Some even raised the question of gender and discrimination. Why are male backriders singled out in the ordinance? One rider, Adino S. De Leon, formally raised many of these questions before a Mandaluyong Regional Trial Court in a petition filed to declare the ordinances unlawful and unconstitutional. The Mandaluyong Regional Trial Court judge who heard the case sided with the city in a ruling issued on July of 2020. The case was raised before the Court of Appeals, which in a ruling in 2021 set aside the decision of the RTC and declared the ordinances as unconstitutional and discriminatory both as to gender and as to the use of motorcycles as a mode of transportation. The CA also said the ordinances arbitrarily limit the movement and mode of transportation of male backriders, even though there is no direct link or available statistical data presented to show that motorcycle riding criminals are males. Mandaluyong filed motions for reconsideration before the Court of Appeals but failed to convince the appellate court to reverse its ruling. In the resolution dismissing the motions for reconsideration, the appellate court said the arguments presented merely rehashed the points already passed upon by the court in the original 2021 decision. Many agree with the appellate court that riding in tandem can't be restricted by gender or the mere presumption that those who do are up to criminal activities. Perhaps, Mandaluyong and other cities, as well as the police at the local and national levels, should look at working harder at catching riding in tandem criminals and making them pay for their crimes. That would be the better deterrent. Motorcycle owners and riders already have to deal with frequent and prevalent checkpoints to prove that they have their licenses and their rides are duly registered with the LTO. They shouldn't have to deal with having to prove their backriders are law-abiding citizens and relatives in the first degree. That's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
Mitsubishi Strada Athlete, confident to the core.
You are back with us here on Motoring Today, and we now have this week's important motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. Katulad ng pinapakita sa animation, broken white center lines separate the movement of traffic on multi-lane roads. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay bawal kang dumaan sa gitna o sa mismong linya. But if you're crossing it to overtake or to change lanes, then just keep in mind na ang mga sasakyan na nasa kabilang lane ay may right of way. So, wait for your turn. Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. Here's Spying Chuper this week.
Payong Chuper lang kaibigan, ako si Alan, isang kapwa nyo Chuper. Ito'y isang paalala na huwag huminto sa loob ng yellow box.
Ang mga yellow box na matatagpuan sa intersections ay dapat palaging bakante kahit pa naka-green ang traffic light. Kapag nakahinto ang kabilang bandang intersection, mas mabuting maghintay ng tamang pagkakataon bago lumampas sa yellow box.
Tandaan, sumunod sa yellow box rule upang maging maayos ang ating takbo sa kalsada. Ito po si Jose Alan Mendoza, Payong Chuper lang kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo Chuper.
Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next. Race weekend takes us again for another nighttime race of the 2023 Philippine Autocross Championship Series held at the Park Links in Pasig City. We are here in Park Links in Pasig City, and you guessed it right, another night race for the Philippine Autocross Championship Series. Let's go check the cars out.
Actually, right now I'm navigating for my dad in Rally Sprint. That's actually what I'm using now is a rally car, and this is my first time in PAX, and we just decided, you know, it's being used for rallying, but might as well use it for other things like autocross. So that's why I'm here. You need to be very aggressive in PAX, and it's very precise. When you go through the gates and the chicanes, it's very, very precise. Like, the margin of error is very small compared to other motorsport disciplines, and it's tough. I'm having a hard time learning it, but it's a lot of fun right now. I think it's a great thing to do because, like, it's very simple, it's very affordable to join. I mean, you can use any car you have, whether it's automatic, manual, a race car, whatever kind of car you have, as long as you have a car, you have a helmet, and you're willing to learn, it's a great place to be.
Yung experience ko po nun, mas technical po yung trucks dito sa autocross, mas challenging po. Kaya mas ma-enhance po talaga yung driver skills. Sa race preparations po, lagi pong chine-check ng dad ko yung kotse na kailangan maintain mo lagi. Kahit all stock po na Vios, maganda po yung na-maintain lagi.
Para ma-improve yung driving skills, and at the same time, kapag sumasali ka kasi sa mga ganitong motorsports, nagkakaroon ka ng disiplina sa daan kasi nawawala yung gigil mo sa pagmamaneho. Tsaka pag nasa dugo mo yung hilig mo sa kotse, gusto mo talaga pumarera, dito tayo sa liga lagi. Ini-invite ko yung mga mahihilig sa kotse, mga pusong kotse na sumali sa Philippine Autocross para magkaroon tayo ng disiplina sa daan, matanggal yung gigil natin at maipakita natin kung ano talaga yung kaya natin dun sa kotseng binuo natin.
And that does it for our coverage of the Philippine Autocross Championship Series, their second night race of the season. Be sure to check us out next week for more race weekend action. Autocross continues to draw people to grassroots motorsports, and having nighttime rounds should add more spice to the races. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break.
Isuzu Mu-X. Take the lead.
The Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. This edition of Showcase takes a second look at the 2023 Hyundai Stargazer 1.5 GLS Premium IVT.
The compact MPV segment is getting a lot more crowded, making it tougher for competing brands to stand out from the crowd. Some try to do so with stylish design and exterior packages, others with premium interior materials and accents. Select advanced driver assist, smart connectivity, and safety features also help. Hyundai has taken to using all three strategies in varying degrees to make the 2023 Hyundai Stargazer 1.5 GLS Premium IVT. At 4,460mm long, 1,780mm wide, and 1,695mm tall, the 2023 Hyundai Stargazer 1.5 GLS Premium IVT easily falls in the category of compact MPVs. The Hyundai Stargazer easily stands out on the streets with its futuristic design, eschewing the boxy design of most MPVs for a one-curved silhouette profile and a fascia with highlighted by a thin while horizontal line for DRLs, large striking LED headlights integrated with turn signals and front fog lamps, black-coated chrome grille. Also quite futuristic is the rear with the H-signature tail lamps that is quite distinctive at night. The top-of-the-line Stargazer also features chrome outside door handles, body color rear view mirrors that come with turn signal lights, and electric folding function, a rear spoiler with high-mount stoplight, shark fin antenna, and two-tone 16-inch alloy wheels. Hyundai claims the Stargazer has the longest wheelbase in the segment at 2,780mm and clears the ground by 185mm. The wheels are pushed down toward the corners of the Stargazers to provide a more capacious cabin for the 7-seater MPV. The Stargazer can claim to have the roomiest cabin in the segment with best-in-class head, shoulder, and legroom. The roominess is not the only good thing in the Stargazer cabin. One gets into the Stargazer 1.5 Premium very conveniently with smart keyless entry system that is integrated with a push-button start as well as remote edge start. The Stargazer 1.5 GLS Premier cabin features a lot of leatherette material for seats and trim. The steering wheel that is also wrapped in leatherette tilts and telescopes to help the driver find his preferred driving position. It also comes with buttons and switches to control the audio as well as cruise control. The dash and instrument panel look both functional and futuristic, featuring the 4.2-inch SuperVision TFT display of the instrument cluster as well as the 8-inch touchscreen display for the infotainment system. The infotainment system comes with Bluetooth connectivity, voice recognition, as well as wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and 4 speakers plus 2 tweeters. The tray for the wireless charging of cell phone comes with cooling function. There are also USB charging ports, one in front and two for the second row. The vents and rotary controls for the air conditioning system look retro and futuristic at the same time. Also adding to comfort and convenience are the center armrest and adjustable dual cup holders on the center console. The middle row seat for 3 split 60/40, double folds and slides. The third row seat for 2 splits 50/50. This makes for flexible seating configurations that allow for creative seating and cargo arrangements. The Stargazer arrived with a SmartStream G 1.5 engine with a 1,497cc displacement that generates 115 PS and 145 Nm of torque, all transmitted to the front wheels by Hyundai's Intelligent Variable Transmission or IVT. The Stargazer ride can be described as smooth, stable, and comfortable with a suspension system that uses the usual McPherson struts in front, but with Hyundai CDBA or coupled torsion beam axle in the rear. Stopping power comes from 15-inch disc brakes in front and 9-inch drums in the rear. Hyundai also seeks to make the Stargazer stand out by providing some of the latest advances in driving and safety technology. The Stargazer 1.5 GLS Premium comes with nearly a full complement of Hyundai's ADAS or Advanced Driver Assistance System. These advanced features include blind spot collision avoidance assist, rear cross-traffic collision avoidance assist, lane keeping assist, driver attention warning, safe exit warning, forward collision avoidance assist, lane following assist, tire pressure monitoring system, and high beam assist. Parking with the Stargazer is made easier with the rear view monitor and parking distance warning. Other standard safety features include hill start assist control, electronic stability control, anti-lock braking system, manual speed limit assist, and rear seat alert. Also added for safety are dual front, side, and curtain airbags and child seat anchors.
The Hyundai Stargazer certainly can stand out in the A crowd of MPVs. And it's not all about the futuristic design. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantees.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the Toyota Wigo.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry takes center stage.
SMC Asia Car Distributors Corp, official importer and distributor of BMW, has brought in touring variants of the new 3 Series. These include the BMW 318i Touring, the M340 iDrive Touring, and the M Touring, now available at local BMW dealerships.
The 3 Series is our sports sedan, no? It is the quintessential sports sedan for us. It is what made BMW a BMW in the 70s when they first introduced this premium sports sedan, no? So for us, the 3 Series is one of the most important models in the market. We do have the 318 sedan and the 340 sedan also. However, having a touring model simply will complement that. And basically, what the touring model does is that you can have the utility and the added space of a touring model while maintaining the driving dynamics of a 3 Series sedan.
Each of the 3 touring variants caters to different wants and needs of BMW customers.
The 318i is for those who would like the utility, the style, the exclusivity of the touring model, and be able to use it on a daily basis, and performance for them may come secondary, for they may have a different high-performance car kept in their garage for the weekend. It's the M340i xDrive, and I think this is a good balance between the 318 and the M3, both in price and in drivability, the horsepower. This has close to 400 horsepower, and it's 4-wheel drive. And it's a very high performance car, 0 to 100 in just over 4 seconds. Top speed 250. It's a very high performance car, but it becomes a little bit more compromised in a sense that it's more adaptable for daily use. You can daily this vis-a-vis the M3, which is an all-out track machine. On the racetrack, this will definitely be the weapon of choice.
The arrival of the M3 Touring variant divided the debate over the distinctively larger and more radical-looking kidney grille.
You may like it, you may hate it, but you have an opinion about it. And the moment that you have an opinion about something, it means somebody did their job correctly. Because if it were just something very passive that nobody would really notice, something very obscure, then there wouldn't be any talking point, nor would there be any excitement around it.
And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 37th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I am Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Happy motoring!